man, what an intro. Oh my god, what's good? Who got first? Kenny, you bloody ripper, mate. You got first, mate. Good on you, bro. UFC casual, so close, man. So close. Oh, bro. Bro was so close. Christian Grey. And you got Chris, you even got a little hint as well, dude, and you still didn't make it. And we were talking in the comments section. Oh, so lucky to get a bonus Dougie stream after the absolute banger that we had yesterday. Absolute banger. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Not quite, brother. Not quite. Shame on. How are you, dude? Hell yeah. Got here quick enough to catch the corn intro music. I need this to be monetized. So the first 4 or 5 minutes, not too much on the old swearing, mate, but you type away. Good to see you, Shame on. Hope you're doing good. Like the stream as well, boys. Please like the stream. You got to refresh before hitting like. Yep. Like the stream. Like the stream. Dougie, we learned how to remote view at the lodge today. I saw everything in your home. That's not good. But you couldn't see through the lead. The lead cupboard that I've built for myself. Behind the drywall, it's just sheets of lead. You can't see through that. What's up, Johnny? How are you, dude? Anchor's still angry. Couldn't secure a takedown. He is. He is. What's up, Weston? How are you, brother? You bloody ripper. You bloody ripper. And what's up, Miguel? How are you, dude? Now, guys, I do actually have 2 windows open. So, we've got the window here that you guys can see, where I'm going to take my time and read everybody's chats. But then I have a second window open right here on the screen in front of me. And we can use the powers of capitalism, and your comments will skip the queue. Okay? That's how we're going to do things. Yeah. Hope everyone's doing good. I'm surprised to see everybody here. I know Guru's live as well, so thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Hope you're doing good, Westy. Hope you're doing good, Miguel. Hope you're doing good, Clunky. Let's go with it, mate. Mate, so many windows, Johnny. So many windows. It's absolutely unbelievable. Let us chill now. We've begun. Let us chill. What's up, Captain Rafolo? How are you, dude? All right. What's good? What's good? Dougie, we learned how to remote view. We did that one. Anchor's still angry? Yes, he is, Johnny. He is. It's madness, isn't it? I'll be there. I'll beat these boys one day, 5 a.m. in England, so I'll take second as a week. Casual, the fact that you are here at all at 5 a.m., you're a real one, dude. You're an absolute real. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, man. You're an absolute real one, Casual. It's like back in the day when I would listen to Ronin streams at 4 a.m. in the morning in the gym. Magomed has the best front kick to the body. You reckon? Better than Sean Strickland's, Miguel? It's hot as hell in Miami Beach, but I'm excited for UFC 314. I'm excited for 314 as well, dude. What's the temperature for you, man? Shame on says, I liked the stream before it was even live. You're a real one, Shimon. Thank you. I appreciate you. And Super Shotgun says, Bilal Ishmilal Dishmilal. What's up, Super Shotgun? Volk will beat the hell out of Diego if he can survive 1 round. I think Volk is going to go back to his grappling style that he had at the Jose Aldo era. I think we're going to finish our Volk career the way that we started it, dude. Oh, it's good to see everybody here. The more the merrier. Maybe 5. Oh, mate, there's so many bloody windows. There's so many. Capitalism? I know my brother needs to bring out it. My brother has a copy of the Communist Manifesto, and he travels around Vietnam trying to hand out copies of it while wearing a communist t-shirt. He is the world's ultimate troll, my brother. I love him dearly. Take your titties out, Dougie? No, Kenny. No, Kenny. No. What's up, Eric? It's in the bucket. Back there. It's in the bucket back there. This is better than the Guru. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you, mate. Dougie, how do you have hair, but your brother is bolder than Volt? My brother isn't bolder. He was... What? My brother's got plenty of hair. You saw him. Was he wearing a cap? Don't know. I respect Islam for being tired of fighting featherweights. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. But people are just posting his old, the belt means you fight anybody any day, brother. And they're like, well, now that it's not Moicano... You don't seem too bloody keen now that it's not Moicano, do ya? Sean Strickland sucks. He won a belt. Yeah. Eric says, should I go to Miami? Yes, dude. Go to Miami. Catch an STD. Have a good time. 80 Fahrenheit, but it's still very humid. I'm with you. You got that tropical vibe down there in Miami. Hamzat is the best fighter in the UFC with or without a belt. No, Sniff. Absolutely not. No. The best fighter in the UFC with or without a belt is currently Ilia Topuria. 73 dew point. Ew, sticky. Just like your mum. Nah, I'm kidding, Miguel. Edson and Jose got better kicks than Ankalaev. Yes, I agree. And Kenny says, I poo myself sometimes, but it's okay. And that's true, Kenny. You know, as long as you love yourself, you know, all you need is your own love and Christ's love. And you have both of them, Kenny, so you'll be right? Casual says, my sleep is permanently screwed up from 3 years of UFC. I have to work in 2 hours and I've been up since 11 p.m. UFC Casual, may I suggest cocaine to help you get through your job? Unless you're dealing with elderly people or where you need patience, then just good luck. But if you're not dealing with the elderly, then I would highly encourage cocaine for a man of your lifestyle. Mobzar beat Diego. Why isn't he fighting for a title? That is a great point, Miguel. And as we know, the UFC is not a sport. It's an entertainment company, and Mobzar is not entertaining, generally. 80 degrees Fahrenheit is 26 degrees. Yeah, but with a bit of mug on it. Nothing worse than a 26, 28 bang a day with a bit of mug. My brother says it's a good book. It's a good book. The Communist Manifesto. I wear my Ho Chi Minh shirt when I go to McDonald's. He is a troll trying to get stabbed by the locals. Prime Cam Shamrock would submit Ank with an ankle lock. Probably, Johnny. That's not even a no, Johnny. No, that's a probably, mate. That's a solid probably. Jeff Neal, Carlos Prates is guaranteed to end in a KO. Maybe. Jeff Neal's a very tricky striker. He's very clean boxing defense. I don't know. I love Prates. He's my favorite one of the fighting nerds. But I don't know. I don't know how he's going to go deep with those smoker's lungs. Kenny says, I walk into McDonald's naked, and now that's why I have to live in a trailer park. Well, they're not. Just because you walk around naked doesn't mean you can't afford a home. Although I guess where would you put your wallet? Well, there'd be only one place to put your wallet, wouldn't there? But then where would you put your phone? You can't fit two in there. Or can you? Let me know, Kenny. Justin is getting destroyed by Islam. Yes, Miguel. It's a pointless fight. John Jones and haha. When I was saying your mum's moist. Good on you, Kenny. Good on you, Miguel. Good on you. Shotgun says, Islam and his fans seem real desperate to punish Armin and say he's at the back. Don't they? Don't they? They got to punish Armin, and Ilya Pereira is not good enough to... He hasn't done enough to fight. We need Gaethje. Gaethje is where the real legacy is. I do smelleth the bull turds. I do. Jan is going to brutalize Bryce. I don't know, dude. I'm going with Bryce. Silver is legit crazy. He is crazy, but I got to go with Bryce. I have to go with my boy Bryce. I also have my girlfriend who is my dog. We have a real Israel Adesanya in the chat here, chat. We have a real Israel Adesanya. Kenny the Bloody Ripper is shout out to the dog. Armin messed everything up. That fight was so good. He did, but it also, the UFC is being very stubborn. Very, very stubborn. Oh, my mum just sent me an update from Serbia. Good on you, mum. Based. I'll check it after the end of the hour. Serbia is burning its government to the ground. Pickles in the chat for Serbia. Pickles in the chat for the Serbian people. Burning their corrupt government to the ground. Connor tells people not to do drugs. He does tell people not to do drugs because he's worried that there won't be any left for him. If everyone else does drugs, how will Connor be able to snort all the lines, mate? Do the maths, Johnny. There's only so much cocaine in the planet. Jared Cannonier looked scary when he smushed Gregory. He did. He's the ultimate gatekeeper. What do you reckon Jared Cannonier is on the rankings of one of the best gatekeepers ever? Like up there next to Robert Whittaker? What do you reckon? Also, boys, if you want to skip the queue, I do have the second window open. The power of capitalism is at your fingertips. Donos will get read straight away. I'm going to get better at it, I swear to God. Some good old booger sugar would do the trick. It would help get you through it. Especially with no sleep. Vittoria's taken too much damage. It's not like he's going to lose any brain cells. He forgot his cup twice. He forgot his cup and he put his shorts on backwards. Vittoria's an idiot. Doctors say I'm the illest because I suffer from the realist. I got my... And they all go on gorillas. Yeah, indeed. Are we all looking forward to Kanye's new album, Chris? I bet a lot of you are. Way too much. Yeah, Vittoria's had a lot of damage, dude. A lot of damage. Whittaker, Strickland in July. I hope so. I hope that's what we get, brother. I hope that's what we get. Sniff says, Jesus' name's backwards. Sounds like word sausage. That... Jesus' name backwards sounds like the word sausage, and that is full on gay. All right, Sniff. That's a hell of an observation. That's true. Jack Della is going to knock Bilal out. Yes, Miguel. Based, brother. MMA Clunky says, we need Tom versus John. I agree, dude. We need Tom versus John. That and Islam versus Armin. We need those two fights. They have to happen. Johnny says, I walked into a Wendy's naked and all the Wendy's followed me home. Well, Johnny, that's because you are hung like an absolute warlord. Khal Drogo would get on his knees for you, Johnny. You are just a masterpiece of human and masculinity, of God's ingenuity in the masculine form. That's you, Johnny. Bloody beast of a thing, lad. Conor McGregor would be liking all your photos on Instagram, Johnny. John Jones is the best fighter in the UFC. He's been a champion for almost 15 years. No, he isn't, Miguel. No, he isn't. John Jones has been the best fighter in the last 15 years to pick and choose his fights. Very good at that. John Jones is the best one to ever manage his career. He is not the best fighter in the UFC. No. I suspect Prates smokes less cigs than O'Malley smokes ganja. It feels like when The Rock flexes about how much he loves fast food. Could be. I think he just genuinely punches back like 4 or 5 darts a day. I think he just genuinely likes smoke. He seems like very genuine about it. Like, he's just like, yeah, I smoke. I mean, if he is only training about 3 hours a day, he's not looking at that much cardio, which is why I'm very interested to see how is his cardio going to go on a longer, deeper fight. Thank you, Cheddarhead, for becoming a member for 6 months, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you, Cheddarhead. One of the absolute OGs of the channel. Thank you, Cheddarhead. I appreciate you, brother. So much, man. So much. Islam Fan here. Alman definitely deserves a title shot and should be next. Good on you, Clunky. Good on you for having integrity, brother. Good on you for having integrity. Yo, what's Gucci on the cut? What's up, Larry? Good to see you, brother. How are we recovering after you? Weston, thank you for the 8 months of membership, dude. Oh my God, this channel's been going for so long. This shit is crazy these days. Thank you, Weston. I appreciate you, dude. Yet another OG of the channel. Absolutely loving it, dude. Yeah, Larry, how are we chilling after yesterday's card? It was a good, fun card, wasn't it? Islam should fight Ilya. Why not? I agree, dude. He should fight Ilya. It has to be Ilya or Arman. Has to be, Miguel. Has to be. Christian Gray says, in Florida, there is a whole trailer park that everyone lives that are sex offenders. And what must one do, Christian, to get into this trailer park? How must one person offend? What's up, Rainy MMA? How are you, brother? Like, is it like just a basic offense will get you in there, just flashing, or do you have to go hard? Like, do you have to be Eric, or is it more of a Kenny style? I'm just curious for a mate, because it shows they're all down. What's up, Toad? Good to see you, dude. What's up, Rainy MMA? Gaethje can fight Tapuria. Yeah, Gaethje versus Tapuria. Islam versus Arman. Let's do it, dude. If you were going to breed a chimpanzee, which position and why? It would have to be doggy style, because if it was missionary and they got their fangs into you, you'd die. So it would have to be doggy style, tied up. Have to be. I say boot Chandler out and give Ilya to Paddy. Why not? Why not? Send Chandler back to the PFL Bellator. Send him away. He's cost too much money for the entertainment that he gets. Islam should fight Ilya. Islam shouldn't fight Ilya. He should fight Arman. I agree. It should be Islam Arman. I agree. It should be. Yeah, Serbia is bad right now. Depends. Depends what side of the coin you're on. Could be good. I talked to her earlier. She's doing well. I talked to her earlier. She's doing well. That's good. That's good, Larry. That is good. Bryce versus Del Wagner. Bryce via Del Wagner in Brigade. Bryce via Del Wagner Brigade. Exactly, Super Shotgun. I couldn't agree more, mate. Jan Silva cries when he eats meat pie. Dude, anything happening to Jan Silva is an emotional experience. Imagine Jan Silva finally taking that big shit that's just been waiting to come out after a long work shift. You know the one? You know the one where you've just been waiting to get home to let that one rip? Imagine Jan Silva doing that. Oh, finally. Oh, finally. Thank God. Kenny Ripper loves cocaine. Al-Wakbar. That's a bit weird. Sean Woodson, Dan Ige is going to be an amazing boxing fight. It is, dude. I'm going to be going with Sean Woodson. What's up, Alvy Sales? How are you? How are you? How are you? Good to see you. Feel free to use the power of capitalism to donate, and you will skip the queue. All Muslims do cocaine during war. I don't think they do, Kenny. I don't think they do. I don't think they do, Kenny. Robert Whittaker beat the hell out of Marvin Vettori. He did. He did. Marvin and Allen need to fight now. I agree, Johnny. That's a great fight to make. Marvin and Allen, or Marvin and Paulo Costa rematch. I feel like Chandler is a bit too much for Paddy, but excited to see the fight. Me too. I hope Paddy tears through him. Humble the Oliveira fans a little bit. Douglas, did you know I spit in your face? You do nothing. Oh, Chris, I'd do something about it. Don't worry about that. I'd do something about that. And Weston mogged Cheddarhead. What's up, Cheddarhead? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm hyped for Yeez, the artist formerly known as Kanye's new album. Seen him 3 times in Chicago. The man is one of the greatest live performances of all time. Yeah, I'd love to see him live, and I am thoroughly enjoying Vultures too. I think it's one of his best albums. Not even screwing around. Legit think Vultures 2 is one of his best albums. What's up, Rob's neighbor? Good to see you, dude. How's your channel going, brother? How are the motorbikes going? Must be the week. You must have been doing some motorbikeing over the weekend. Rainy MMA, good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. What did you think of yesterday's Apex card? What did you rate it out of 10? Islam ducking to Pereira, if the news is true. Don't mind if his next fight is Armin, but if his next fight is Gaethje, he needs to be criticized. I agree, Toad. We, as an MMA community, need to absolutely bury Islam Makhachev in memes if he is going to fight Justin Gaethje next. We can't... No. You can't have your quote up on the Apex wall saying, essentially, if anyone can make the weight at 155, I'll fight them, and then duck Ilya and Armin. Scratch that off the Apex wall. Scratch it off the Apex wall. To get into the Sexaphala Trainer Park, all you got to do is walk into a McDonald's naked. Be right back, chat. So Armin is not getting Islam next. The fat bald guy was saying it. So it needs to be Ilya. I don't care. I assume you mean DC. The fat bald guy. You mean DC? One of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. Adriana Martinez should fade Islam next. No, Johnny, no. It was a very good card, and those who watched it on the corner got some elite commentary to go at, dude. That was maybe the best commentary we've ever done for a main event. Might be the best commentary we've ever done. It was so funny. You think Ilya is the best in the UFC without a belt? Without a belt, you said who's the best in the UFC right now without a belt? I think it's Ilya Tapira, because Ilya Tapira doesn't have his belt right now. It's vacant. Paddy is so big for 155. He is, Miguel. He is. I completely agree, brother. Did you see the Paddington interview with ESPN? He still wants hand sanitizer, boy. No, actually. I saw that popped up on my home feed when I logged in just now, so I got to listen to that. Maybe listen to that at work tomorrow. I'm pretty sure all you have to do to get into the nonce trailer park is that you do anything... so it's for the nonces, not for the freaks out there. Okay, we don't want that. We want one that's just for the freaks. Elite commentary and burrito fart noises. Lots and lots of... There were a lot of burrito farts yesterday, weren't they? You'd think I'd have less farts only eating one piece of food for the whole day, but no. My stomach just focused on the burrito. Leon might KO Brady. He might, Miguel. He might. Arturo Taturo is the GOAT. Yeah, of course he is, mate. Of course he is. The GOAT of leaving his division behind. If Dougie sold farts in a jar, I'd cop one. I'll send one to you, Kenny. Absolutely free of charge, mate. Also, by the way, guys, when we get to 5,000 subs, there's going to be a giveaway. I don't know how to do it yet, but I'm going to do a giveaway. You're going to obviously have to send me your address, but we're going to get a box of Dougie's Corner goodies. Maybe the t-shirt, maybe the horrible dyslexia t-shirt. The t-shirt with Eric, the therapist's name on it. A couple of Dougie's Corner Pokemon cards. I'll go down to the Office Works to Staples, Australian Staples, and I'll print them out. And we'll do a giveaway at 5,000 subs. Silver would fist bump the massive log 5 times before... Just punch it in the water. That's gold. Shame on. Prediction for Paddy versus Chandler. I can see Paddy getting dropped early and Chandler following him down, rushing him to a finish, and then end up getting finished himself, caught in a sub. I could see Paddy Pimblett. I could see Michael Chandler pressing Paddy Pimblett, following to the ground, just like you said. Yeah, actually, rushing a finish and getting himself... Yeah, I see it the exact same way, dude. The exact same way. Chandler spazzing out and ending up getting caught in a sub from Paddy Pimblett. And then we laugh at the Oliveira fans and say Paddy Pimblett could do it in 3 and Oliveira couldn't do it in 5. Sean Woodson is a problem. How does he make featherweight? I don't know, dude. I don't know how he does it. It's impressive, isn't it? Damn it. My headphones are dying and I'm listening to tunes. We're just going to have to stop listening to tunes. It is what it is, boys. It is what it is. Oh, no, because then if we... That's all right. We'll be right. Sean Woodson is a problem. Whitaker destroyed Marmon. He did, Miguel. He did. You don't know about the Dewegler Bridge. They were the Dewegler Brigade. They were marauders back in the day. I don't, Shotgun. I don't. That's something that I need to check up on, obviously. Where were we? Oh, my God. The commentary and the burrito farts. I was just reading Shotgun. There we are. Okay. Dougie still doesn't pull the text in the membership milestone chats because he is an absolute hustling finesse. I don't know how. I've looked for it, Kenny. And either way, I read everybody's chat straight away. So, not everyone's chat. I read everyone's chat. So, you'll get your chat read no matter what. Marvin has the best chin in the UFC and it's not even close. That is true, Miguel. I agree with you on that one. Bo knocks out the Kid Fiddler. No. I'm going with the Kid Fiddler to submit Miguel. I'm going with the Kid Fiddler to submit Bo Nickel, dude. That's who I'm going to be picking, bro. The Riddler. Connor was fired from McDonald's for spitting in people's food and telling everyone about it. I spit in your food, you do nothing about it. And all the Irish went, no, I don't like this at all. Now my McDonald's tastes like cocaine. Do you think Alex really cheated? I don't, Clunky. I don't at all. No. I don't know why they're saying that, to be honest. It's very weird. What's up, Cayman? Good to see you, dude. We need you to fight another MMA YouTuber. Not Dana White was saying it, not DC. I'm with you. Which YouTuber would you want me to fight? Which other MMA YouTuber, or just any YouTuber? Who would you want to see me fight, Miguel? Islam either fights Ilya next, or I don't even care. Not even Armin, Miguel. Not even Armin. What's up, Not the Amber? Good to see you, dude. I didn't see you when you got here, man. How you going? In the state where I live, you can be subject to being on the SO list for pissing in public. Oh, dude, I would be wrecked if that happened. What's up, Flat Eric? How are you, man? I would be destroyed if that was around in Melbourne. It might be in Melbourne. I remember once I was drunk, pissing in a trash can, and a police officer pulled up at the red light right next to the trash can. They're so lucky they were looking the other way, because I turned around so fucking quick. My dick was still out, and then it went, and it was facing the footpath. So the road was there, the trash can was there, my dick was there, pissing into the trash can. The cops pulled up, stopped at the red light. I turned around. My dick was still hanging out, piss was still coming out of it, and I just shoved it back into my pants, because I was pretty sure flashing the police drunk at like 2 o'clock in the morning wasn't a good move. True story. Paddington in his ESPN interview said Armin fucked up but should still get the title shot, and Gaethje and hand sanitizer boy don't deserve it. Based Paddy the Batty. Oh, Armin fucked up but he should still get... Yeah, I mean, Paddy's... Everything that he's saying is right. Everything that he is saying is absolutely right. Everything. I agree with Paddy. I hope we see Paddy get into the top 5 and challenge for the title. I'm back on the Paddy train, man. This being said, there are rumors that Tapuria declined to fight Armin because he would rather Charles or Dustin. So Tapuria is picking and choosing who he's going to be fighting. It's very interesting to see how lightweight's going to turn out. I think we're going to know by the time they announce the "What's up, Nacho? How are you, dude?" I think we're going to know by the time the UFC announce International Fight Week. I think we'll see the picture of lightweight clearly then. Shavkat is a close second behind Ilya for most skilled fighter without a belt right now. Shavkat is the second most skilled fighter without a belt right now. No, I don't think so. Could be Piotr Jan. Paddy is aligned with us. Armin, are we right? Yes, Paddy will lead the boys. Rob's neighbor says, "What's up, Westy? Hope you're well. I found a McCullen Vintage A1 Chancer." Okay, cool. But didn't Jamie say that a dude spat in your face and you did nothing? I remember that was a few months ago, actually. A dude spat in my face and I did nothing. No. Someone hit on her in New York, and I was like, we just walked away quietly. I didn't start a fight with him. That might have been the story you're thinking of. Someone hit on her while we were in New York. Dougie, the bike's going good, working on a long-form video. Beautiful, Rob's neighbor, man. Good, dude. Good. Keep it growing, dude. That's good to hear. Jai Herbert versus Khabib is the biggest what-if in history. No, MMA Clunky. No. Tony versus Khabib and Anderson Silva versus GSP would be the one, right? The more time goes by, the more I wonder if Tapuria screwed himself up by pulling a mini Cejudo. I don't know, dude. All he has to do is fight once at lightweight, sleep someone, and he's... Like, it'll be like people screaming for Tom Aspinall versus John Jones. If he sleeps one lightweight, people will riot if he doesn't get a title shot. Dougie be getting strapped up in the bait. You don't know what I'm getting up to, Kenny. Jai Herbert is the GOAT. No, not really. Not really. Although he did nearly sleep Tapuria, so how good is Jai Herbert really? Where does Kevin Lee fit into all of this? I want to see Paddy versus Elliott. So do I, Miguel. Jai almost... Exactly. Fucked him up. Miguel, you and I... We're like this, bro. We're on. It's always a gay time's Dorna with it's always a gay time with Dougie's Corner t-shirt would be good. We could do that. I could make it. It's a gay time with Dougie's Corner t-shirt. Might get one printed. Might wear it on the street. Yeah, we might make that. We might make that t-shirt, Chris. Dougie, you should give away your mustache for 5,000. I can't. I'm Serbian. It's part of who I am. Dougie, I don't remember you talking about Turner retirement. How are you feeling about it? Not good. I think Turner should, he's a weight bully down at lightweight. I think he could move up and still... Could Turner stay in the UFC, be outside of the rankings, and still make 150k to show, 150k to win 3 times a year for the next 4 years of his life? Yes. Did he go to college? No. What's he going to do? Be a fucking bricklayer? Be a drywaller? Be a UFC star? Be Neil Magny. Just hang out. Just hang out outside. I know Neil Magny was in the rankings, but you know what I mean. Just hang out outside of the rankings and make your cash. I don't think he should retire, man. Not going to lie, I'm going to beat everybody for the main event picks this year, but I got another fight night wrong yesterday. Guru was good at snitching those fight nights. Despite some bias, Guru was actually quite good at picking fights, especially the close. Yeah, Guru, there was a time, I think it was like 2003 or something like that, where Guru won the MMA YouTuber picks. Like, he got the most picks right. I think it was like 2023, 2022, something like that. Ankalaev beats Alex again. Yes, he would MMA Clunky. I agree. The channel is right on the cusp of exploding. We're never going to get the membership milestone chats. I don't know how to do it, Kenny. I'll try again. I've tried 3 times to figure out how to do it, dude. Why is he the fucking kid fiddler? I don't know. I can't get it out of my head. Just Riddler the kid fiddler. I can't get it out of my head. I'd let Connor spit cocaine in my mouth any time of the day because you're a freak, Kenny. You're a freak. The MMA Guru, says Miguel. The MMA Guru. Did you hear Vittori when someone asked him what he's been up to? He said, big booty Latina bitches. I mean, you can respect it for sure, but he should have been training in between. Like Paulo Costa does big booty Latinas, but then trains. You got to mix in the training. Marvin hasn't been training. It's obvious. He's regressed. Armin isn't fighting Islam. He's messed himself up. I know, Miguel, but we need to be loud about this and get Dana's bald head to understand the fight that needs to be made. Challenge Chael to a boxing session. I would never beat up my uncle like that. Fight Bedtime. Bedtime knows MMA. He'd mess me up. Fight Left Lane. Left Lane is a child. He just turned 18. Why would I want to hurt Left Lane? Connor loves the McCoke burger and the Big McCoke. That's right. Nacho. My God, I'm behind on chat. If you're going to have it out in public, it's just rude not to show the cops. I'm sure they were offended. Next time, be sure to show. And look, next time I'll just be like, it's already out. It takes me about 15 minutes to tuck it back in. This is what they're going to have to look at. Dougie eats the popsicle from the back. No, Kenny. Disgusting. Christian Grey, I remember that story. There you go. You guys remember this one? I feel like after maybe Jamie told it to rile me up, but that's not the true story. I feel like after many years, I understand which type of style succeeds in MMA. It's just I'm kind of a casual, to be honest. I don't know a lot of these fighters other than some of the established ones. I also struggle with some of the 50-50s like Vittori Delidze. Guru knows how to snatch these. I fall short of these. Well, also Cayman. A lot of it comes down to as well, what mood is the fighter in on the night? Like, just because you see a fighter do something once doesn't mean they're ever going to do it again in their next fight. A lot of it comes down to fight IQ and what they're feeling in the cage on the night as well. That's what makes the sport so exciting. Like, just because a fighter... Remember, when was it? It was a couple of weeks ago. There was this Japanese fighter. Great wrestler. Amazing wrestler. Won his last 3 fights in the UFC all by wrestling. Didn't throw a single takedown. Just decided he's not going to wrestle anymore. Can't remember his name, but I'm sure someone will bring it up. But these are the things that happen, Cayman, that, makes UFC and MMA so not only is it there's about 10 different styles going on at once, but then you have to figure out what mood is the fighter going to be in when he rocks up. Going to sleep. Good night, MMA Clunky. Thank you for joining me, brother. I really appreciate it. Please leave a like on your way out. Have a good night's sleep. See you tomorrow, dude. A couple of mild Twiggy sticks for the boy. Yeah, chuck in some mild Twiggy sticks into the 5,000 dono box. But what if he gets chinned like he nearly did by journeyman Jai Herbert? Then it would be a complete disaster. Yeah, yeah. No, if Ili Pereira gets slept instead of doing the sleeping, it's all over, baby. That was a good run. What a year. 2024. Remember Ilya Pereira and Alex Pereira? And then in the first quarter of 2025, it was all over. MMA giveth and MMA taketh away. Damn, Kerry, I've never run a McLaren. Oh, cool. I'd wear a Big Ben Moggs Dougie t-shirt. What would you guys rather? The feet emoji back on the line? Or a custom Big Ben Moggs Dougie t-shirt? An actual t-shirt. Like a printed out t-shirt. An actual t-shirt that I wear on the channel sometimes. That might go in. That would go in the 5,000 sub giveaway box. What would you guys prefer? In fact, that is worthy of a poll. That is worthy of a poll. Okay, let me go. Dougie, I want to support the merch, and we're all queer, but it's truly... but is it truly in the plan for your cult that we share our queerness with the world? It's not. We're not. That's not the plan at all, actually, Kenny. That's not the plan at all. Very cool, the 5,000 giveaway. What's up, Fight Sports Talk? How are you, brother? Oh, man. Anderson Silva versus Hector Lombard is one of the biggest. No, Johnny, no. Yeah, Nacho straight away. Johnny, no. Anderson KOs him. Usman versus CS Punk is the biggest what if in welterweight history. No, Johnny, no. I think Costa very possibly has the Jones streak we've yet to see, and I don't mean wins. The steroid abuse. I know, he's got to be on roids, right? He's got to be. He's got to be. Marvin forgetting his cup is easily one of the funniest things that's ever happened pre-fight. Yeah, one of them. It's right up there next to Mike Perry walking out to Halo from Beyonce. Right up there. He is really, really funny, though. I'm a fan. Costa? Yeah, Costa. Costa can never be cut from the UFC. He's just too good with the means. In my opinion, Arman and Ilya are both equally very dangerous matchups. While Gaethje is as free of a win as it gets. I couldn't agree with you anymore, Toad. That is why we need to rally around Islam fighting Arman or Ilya, but absolutely not Gaethje. We all need to be 100% on this. Uriah Faber versus Merab is the biggest what if in bantamweight history. No, Johnny, no. Thoughts on UFC London next week? Looking forward to Leon Kavanagh. That kid has got serious potential. None. I didn't. None. I don't have any thoughts on it yet. I'm going to dive back into it tomorrow. I sort of cleared my mind of MMA today and just sort of caught up on some other podcasts and zoned out on some music and just no MMA in the head today, except obviously this live chat. But yeah, I just sort of... So I'll ask me again tomorrow, Shotgun. Ask me again tomorrow. Can the graphic be you being knocked out on the ground with Big Ben standing over you? Yeah, we can work on something like that. I can edit that up for sure. Sure. A chance for the foot emoji return? Looks like it's not going to happen though, Nacho. Might do the shirt one day for fun though. That sounds like fun. Can we just have separate wages and challenges for each? We need both. Okay, so pick a fight. Pick a fight that we wager the foot emoji on, because I feel like the Big Ben t-shirt needs to go for the Big Ben BKFC fight. So what fight should the foot emoji go for? Maybe we save the foot emoji one for John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Seems like the sort of fight that can define the foot emoji forever. And Nacho is a firm believer in John Jones, and I'm a firm disbeliever in Tom Aspinall. So that kind of sets up the storyline for the foot emoji's return. What do we reckon about that? It's not about the journeyman, Jai Herbert. This is from Rainy MMA. Anybody can be caught with a slick head kick, and it's done. Ilya has a head of a chip. Yeah, dude. And it's not just that. Like, Ilya's height of the man and the height of Jai Herbert leads Ilya to getting kicked in the head, which is why I'm worried about him against Islam Makhachev, because Islam has landed that very click. What's up, Ryan P? How are you, dude? What's the thoughts on the one championship card? Now, this is going to be Rotang fighting again for the kickboxing world title. Is that it? Anything one championship does, I absolutely love. And I might be doing a live stream for that one championship card, depending on what time it starts. I've got it penciled down in the calendar. I think it starts at 6 p.m. on a Sunday in Australia. So we might do a live stream for the one championship card. How are you, Fight Talk Sports? I hope you're doing good, brother. Hope you're doing good. Shout out to you, dude. Both the Dustin and Gaethje fights are... So the stars align fights if they can win. Dustin lost, but Gaethje has a chance. In fact, 3 fights in a row now. Islam is fighting fighters who potentially have to have the stars align. Dustin, Moicano, and Justin. I know, dude. It's horrible for Islam's legacy. Like, these easy wins that Islam is getting, easy wins, again, Dustin Poirier, 2-2 in the 5th round, 2-2 going into the 5th round, are really, really damaging his legacy. It's not good for him. What will be good for Islam is to starch Arman or Ilya. Prime Sean Shank would have stopped Khabib's wrestling and finished him. No, Johnny, no. Interesting that the fans who complained about Ank having to wait for his title shot are silent about Topuria getting turned down by Makhachev. Given the circumstances, Topuria is the most deserving. Interesting that the fans who complained about... Yeah, dude, this is one of those moments in time where the MMA community just flips. We see these little flips, and it happens all the time. I love it when these little flips happen. It's so funny to me to see. But yeah, the very fans that were like, Magomed, are now like, Ilya who? Gaethje. How about Gaethje? Man, Gaethje deserves... Hasn't Gaethje been around forever? Shirk was undoubtedly underrated with an amazing record. Watch Lauren Kavanagh's UFC debut. It was really fun. I think I did. You've brought him up a couple of times. I think I've watched it back since then. But I will be watching it again this week because we are going to be getting back into MMA tomorrow. So, yeah, dude. But I will. I absolutely will, man. Bilal was telling me to watch some regional guy the other day. I can't remember his name, but Bilal was like, check out this regional guy. He's one of the fighting nerds. And I went and watched some of his shit on YouTube. It was great. It's really, really impressive. People forget, man, Costa was a bodybuilder before he was a fighter. It's possible that he was using back in the day, but he really hasn't gotten more jacked since getting into the UFC. Yeah, but if you were using in the past and you stop using, you generally start to get a little bit of dad bod quicker. Like look at Sergey Pavlovich. If you go and look at his fight night fights in Russia, roided freak, roided super monster. And now he's got a little bit more fluff, a little bit more dad bod to him, Lazar. Rainy MMA says, isn't Ali the manager of both Gaethje and Islam? Can't he rig the fight in favor of Islam? He can do certain things, like have it in Abu Dhabi after International Fight Week, the month after or 2 months after, where Islam Makhachev is allowed to rehydrate and they don't really check his weight that closely, and they can give Justin Gaethje a whole bunch of blood tests before he goes to weigh in or just after he goes to weigh in. They can do a USADA test on him to make him even more dehydrated. They don't rig it, but they can certainly line things up to make it very hard to beat him. Thoughts on the One Championship card? We covered that one, Ryan P, and it's good to see you, dude. I think it would be really funny if Islam's only career losses were to Adriano Martinez and Justin Gaethje, both by KO. I would get behind the fight just for the meme timeline. Oh my god, that would be a real... Oh, dude, if he had Adriano Martinez and Justin Gaethje, the cope from the Islam fans would be so good. So good, man. Prime Pat Miletich would have defeated Bilal. Maybe, Johnny, maybe. Armin is not deserving. It's looking more and more likely he punked out. Not deserving of the fight or also deserves to be punished. Because I think he either deserves the fight or he doesn't. I think he deserves the fight. But I think he can also deserve to be punished if it looks like he is the one actually ducking Islam for some reason. But Najo isn't picking John. He just thinks he has a very real chance and can put up a fight. We need a fight we all mostly disagree with you on. I think, yeah, Nacho, where are you at with the John Jones one? Custom Big Ben, Moggs, Dougie, and Ian's corner shirt easily, but the Gay Time one is still better. Why do we only have to have one shirt? We can make a couple of shirts. The foot emoji on Pereira versus Ank rematch. If it comes out before... No one thinks that Pereira is going to beat Ankalaev in a rematch, though, Nacho. That's the problem. Juliana Pena versus Ronda Rousey is the biggest what-if in MMA history. No, Johnny. No. I've caught up with everyone's chats. Fuck yeah. Whew. Okay, Pereira versus Islam would be a huge fight, but I agree with Islam's point on fighting featherweight. I agree with Islam's point as well. I agree completely. He should fight Arman Sarukian, while you believe in... No, you would be in the minority, I reckon, on that one, Nacho. He should fight Arman Sarukian, while Ilia Topuria fights Charles Oliveira. That's what should happen. Or Justin Gaethje. Either one. That's what should happen. Aylin Perez versus Iggy Azalea can be the best twerk battle in history. Disgusting. The stank. The absolute stank. Disgusting. I really don't see an argument for a guy who used to be the champ at 145, has never fought at 155, being the most deserving for a title shot. It's just like the champ that moves up argument. You know what I mean? But I don't have a problem with him fighting a number one contenders fight. I don't have a problem with that at all. I think the argument of people that are making is the person that deserves it the most is Arman Sarukian, but the UFC aren't giving it to Arman Sarukian. So if you're not going to give it to Arman Sarukian, then the next best guy would be Ilia Topuria. I think that line of logic makes sense, right? Who has the most annoying fan base? Depends what week. Generally, these days, now that the Poetards have been defeated, John Jones fans. John Jones fans are the worst because I don't feel like they don't even watch the sport. I feel like you can explain to them, like, they'll be like, John Jones murders Tom Aspinall. And you're like, he took a one-handed OSP to a decision. He took a one knee to Thiago Santos to a decision. He took Anthony Smith to a decision. He lost to Dominic Reyes. He was running away from the striking of Stipe Miocic. It took him 4 rounds to put out a retired 45-year-old firefighter that was wobbling with a cane down to the octagon last time that we saw him. And you think he runs through Tom Aspinall, who's 30 fucking pounds heavier than him. John Jones fans are the worst. John Jones fans are the absolute worst. My fan base is the most... Never formerly known Dana White. Never. Dougie is going to be my baby daddy. No. Neutralized. What's up, dude? What do you think about John Jones versus Dana bedtime? Who will be the first to nut? Probably Dana. I think with the amount of hormones and steroids that he's still got coursing through his body, it's probably ruined his erectile functions. So Dana won't be able to bust it all, mate. I read chats before I read the name that posted them, and I never have to read Kenny's name. Yeah, you know when it's Kenny. I thought Jai Herbert fought at lightweight. He does. What did I say? I'm still a full-blown Poetard Strickland fan. What do you mean? What do you say? He's crashing. He is crashing out completely. John Jones fans are the most annoying. They can't comprehend that Aspinall is more deserving than Miocic. Yeah, they're John Jones fans are the worst, man. John finished Stipe in the 4th. Stop trying to say it was the 4th to cope. John finished Stipe in the 4th. Stop trying to say it was in the... John finished Stipe in the 4th. Stop trying to say it was in the 4th to cope. It took John Jones till the 4th round to finish Stipe. How is that a... What is that a... How am I... Oh, in the 3rd. Right. Okay. Sorry. In the 3rd. I'm misspeaking. Still, it should have been 1 round, right? In the 3rd. It should have been 1 round, dude. It should have been 1 round, right? Francis Ngannou fought his scrub, got rid of him in the 1st round. Tom Aspinall fought his scrub, Curtis Blades, got rid of him in the 1st round. John Jones, the greatest fighter of all time. The greatest fighter ever. Oh, he's the best. The best that's ever done it. The crowd's going crazy. Here comes old man Stipe. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. The other 2 best heavyweights in the world. Done. Over. 1 round. Slept him. John Jones, he's the best. 15 minutes. What a joke. What an absolute joke. If that was a 3-round fight, it would have been a bloody decision, mate. Oh, my God. Pretty normal for guys to sop off a bit after quitting the juice, but to be honest, that's why I think Costa probably doesn't and didn't use. I think he actually just does great. Yeah, I think he's probably got great genes. He's probably got genetics. I mean, they must have looked at him and tested him 1,000 times. 1,000 times. So he must just have good genetics. I mean, he is... as handsome, as chatty as you, Doug. Which is, thank you. Like, my brain can't even comprehend that. Me and Paulo Costa? My brain doesn't even get through that. Kenny, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to calm the hell down. All right? No, Dougie. Larry was suggesting that being a flyweight champ with no lightweight bouts doesn't make you deserving to the lightweight champ. Right. So he has fought someone at lightweight, but I don't think a Jai Herbert win, like 4 years ago, qualifies you to just fight for the title. Francis took Garn to a decision. John destroyed him in 90 seconds. That doesn't. Everyone knows that Dana White paid off Cyril Garn. Come on, mate. Blades is not a scrub, but I assumed that would trigger Nacho. I thought that would get him. Prime Jenner's Pulver would have defeated Islam by unanimous decision. No, Johnny, no. How would it be? I'm just messing with you, Nacho. I'm just messing with you, dude. John Jones fans say that John can easily beat Aspinall, but literally every one of them want Jones to fight Pereira instead of it. I know. And even Jones himself has said it needs to be financially worth it to lose to him. Like, Jones has literally said it needs to, if I'm going to lose to Tom Aspinall, it needs to be worth it. Jones knows he's going to lose to Tom Aspinall. That's why he's asking for so much money. And I'm not trying to rile Nacho up with that one. I got to find the clip again. It was remember that pre-fight press conference he did where they were just kept hammering him about Tom Aspinall, and it was like 40 minutes of John Jones trying to explain again and again and again about why he doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall. There was like a sentence there, and he probably misspoke, but still, it's a fun quote, where he was like, it needs to be worth losing for. So like, What happened to this, like, Michael Jordan mindset where I can't even think about losing? Like Mike Tyson mindset. Losing isn't even in my mind. I don't even comprehend losing. I'm such an animal. I can't even lose. That's definitely not in Jones's head for this fight. Who the hell is this? That is a word, isn't it? Shamon. Shamon is the chatter formerly known as legendary chatter, formerly known as Great Name, or definitely not Dana White, and we love him dearly. At the time, called Costa a Roy cheat for looking ripped while ignoring Izzy's breath. Yeah, when everyone was like, no, Paulo Costa's on steroids. The tit on Izzy, he's got cancer. Islam could probably beat two Jonas Pop. Yeah, probably. First time Islam fought someone who didn't deserve a title shot, it took him 23 minutes to get him out of that. First time Islam fought someone who didn't deserve the title shot, it took him 23 minutes to get him out of that. Are you talking about the Dustin fight? Who do you think could make the most disappointing one-sided fight yet possible for the next? Who do you think could make the most disappointing one-sided fight yet possible for the next cards this year? The most disappointing one-sided fight? I think we're going to see. I think that fight actually exists, dude. I think we're going to see it. I think it's going to be Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. I think Kayla Harrison is going to smush Pena for the entire 25 minutes. That's probably going to be the most one-sided main event we'll see all year. Or Islam Gaethje. That's obviously just at the top of my mind. If Petr Yan makes it back to Merab, probably Yan versus Merab. Larry Doug is forcing me to pick John over Tom and starting to put the mask. Larry Doug is forcing me to pick John over Tom, and I'm starting to put the mask on. Do it, Nacho. Build the hype for the fight. You understand Aspinall going all out in one round and depending on his chin will only cost him to get KO'd brutally, right? As much as Jones is unlikable, he's probably the highest fight IQ ever. John Jones has a great fight IQ. I agree, not the AM, bro. Getting KO'd brutally is a big call. A big call. Maybe gassing Aspinall as the fight goes long and deep, and John Jones has the experience to go to a decision because he fucking takes everyone to a decision. Maybe that could be it. I'm not opposed to that idea. But yeah, knocking out Tom Aspinall, I don't know. I don't think if Sergey Pavlovich in the first round can knock out Tom Aspinall, I don't think John Jones can. But John Jones could draw him out, I think. No, it's more credible than Max's first fight at lightweight being a loss to Dustin, granted, but that wasn't for the title. But same thinking was applied. I'm just saying it's not nothing, Yeah, it is. It's not nothing. It is not nothing. He has got one lightweight win, but I still think he needs one more. But I get you. John literally ducked out of the Fight Week interview with TNT Sports because they had a British guy. Yeah, this is how badly Jones doesn't want anything to do with Tom Aspinall. Timmy Boy, thank you for the 10 memberships. Yog! No! Yog's a member! Oh, no. Gabriel Hunter in the granite. Kyle, Portuguese Ozo, good to see. Trey White, 305 Chunks is a member. 305 Chunks, enjoy all the back-end content. Triangle is a member. DD is a nacho. Yog membership achieved. Anton is a member. Thank you very much, Tim. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. And as you guys see, memberships and donos get read straight away because I have a second window open because I am learning how to be a YouTuber. And the powers of capitalism, you will skip the line. What am I doing? Oh yeah, John Jones. He hates Tom Aspinall so much he ran away from British-sounding media. Incredible. Jones by sub in the third round. Okay, Crisp. You're with Nacho. You're with Not the AM Bro. We gotta start taking a list. Nacho, Not the AM Bro, Crisp. Because it was 70% last time we did this. Nacho, Not the AM Bro, and Crisp. We're taking names. We're remembering faces. Can you explain the no Johnny no thing? Johnny likes to write sentences about unbelievable stuff in the UFC that could never happen. And I got so sick of saying no Johnny no, I decided to try and make it interesting for myself. So I turned it into a little jingle. And now I think Johnny just likes to hear the little jingle. And now we're stuck in a loop of trying to out-troll each other. And life goes on. Well, it's not that he's a featherweight champ with no lightweight fights. It's that he's not even the featherweight champ, and he has no lightweight fights. There's been an argument for champ, but former champ versus champ, not so much. No, I agree, Larry. And again, in a perfect world, Islam Arman, Ilya versus Oliveira or Gaethje. I believe that he should get one win to be a contender. However, if the UFC are going to punish Arman, would you rather Islam over Gaethje or Gaethje over Ilya? Who would you rather, you know? I hate Pena. She fought like 5 times in 9 years. She's the most inactive piece of shit on the roster. And we have Weili Zhang. And Jack Hermanson. And she's a champ. Juliana is going to jab Kayla and stop her takedowns. No, Johnny, no. So many gifted memberships. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you, dude. If Aspinall is anything close to plus money, I'm going to put my whole savings into it. Ryan P. is on the list. Kayla looked like shit in her last fight while Pena pulled a decision out of the fire by winning the last 3 rounds in a title fight. Pena will shock the world again and still. Your love for Pena is so good. John Jones's money demand is like a shifting goalpost. He's going to say an impossible amount of money, so the UFC will drop the plan. I agree, Rainey. That's exactly what he's doing. He's doing the old Chael Sonnen. My uncle used to tell me about this, how a fighter would go around saying that he wants to fight anybody, but then price himself out of it. And I instantly believed him, and it made sense, because I was like, I do the same things with my quotes. Sometimes I walk into a place and I look at a job that they want me to do, and it's been so poorly planned, and the timber work's been so poorly done, and I can get a sniff test from the customers that they're acting like they have more money than they actually have. And the quotes I give them are astronomical. 4 or 5 times the price of what it should be. And then they still say yes. And then I go, fuck, now I've got to do this fucking job. But at least it's worth it. And those jobs carry me through the year. Let's just say we hate WMA. We do, Weston. We do. Pena has no chance. Exactly. I've heard that before. True. Big bets. Yog membership. Bring back the feet. We'll bet on it. Juliana Pena is the GOAT. Stop capping. Wait, why is this happening? Kenny loves Dougie's back-end content. I feel like that has got gay connotations. Tim Dinham, you bloody legend, mate. You bloody legend, Timmy. Legend. I don't care about rematches. Put Nerdhagen in there with Merab. Imagine him yapping about the Bukas and test tubes just for Merab to shoot 150 takedowns and throw him out of the octagon. I agree, Toad. I agree. The talk from Sandhagen about the correct way to pivot off of the takedowns would be great. Well, Merab would just chat his way through him. You finally got Yog in. Your work is done, Tim. Never need to donate again. It's done. The foot emoji is not working. I know, Yog. R.I.P. R.I.P. to the foot emoji. I actually think Sandhagen probably beats Merab. He gets hit way too much. Woo! I don't think so, but I like it, Ryan. I like it. What is the gamble? I'm here. Cheers, Weston. Bloody cheers. Dougie, guess what I got today? What did you get today, Chris? What did you get today? I don't know if I'm picking Jones. The more time passes by, the lesser his chances are of winning. He's not in his prime anymore. Well, not the aim, bro. Before the fight, I'm going to need your official pick, because right now you're on my Jones list. You're on my Jones kill shot list. Christian Gray was... did you get chickenpox today, Christian Gray? Pena has very underrated chance against Kayla. She is supreme fluke. No, I agree. And Kayla Harrison looked horrible in her last fight. Was it UFC 300? No, that was Holly Holm. The one after that, she looked bloody horrible. You got a cheeky meat pie? That's awesome, dude. Why didn't you put it in the Discord? No, it's just Johnny. Now it's part of the corner. The many different Johnnies. Yep, so true. We all dig it. No, Johnny, no. See, he didn't even say anything that time. If Danny Barlow has kids with Juliana Pena, their kids would run MMA for 30 years. How often do you run into mold? How often do I run into mold? All the time. Consistently. I have a insurance contract with one of Australia's biggest insurance agencies. It's not special. They contract out to a lot of smaller repair companies. It's like subcontracting out. I run into mold all the time. All the time. Harrison versus Merab for her to become the double champ. Harrison versus Merab. Ooh. I think Harrison beats Merab. She's got the power to weight ratio. Tim, not done until Too Smelly reigns supreme. Yeah, that's true. We need to get Too Smelly a membership. We need to. We've got my brother a membership. We just need to. I don't know if Too Smelly Fingers has got them turned on his desktop. I don't know if Too Smelly has got them turned on. Nacho knows that Juliana Pena with glasses on gets the millimeter Peter going. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, yeah, getting it hard. What kind of meat pie did you get, Chris? Was it cheese and bacon? Was it classic beef? Was it butter chicken meat pie? They're seeing a bit of them around Melbourne these days to cater to the vast amount of Indians here. Which one did you get? Tom was an absolute lock. Exactly. What is your take on Volk versus Lopez? I think we're going to see Volk go back to what started it all. Smushing, grappling, decision fighting, foot stomps. Volk was the original Mario Batista. People forget, man. People hated Volkanovski. They hated him. I don't think you can logically be picking both Kayla against Jules and Drickus against Humshot. I mean, Kayla and Humshot are basically the same fighter. Look incredibly dominant at first, like they'll run through anyone, but then get semi-exposed, and Drickus and Juliana are literally the same fighter, but different genitalia. That is so true. That is so true. They are the same. Like I often call Drickus' style Juliana Pena style. I've said it before. I'm sure you've heard it, Larry. Yeah, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. And yet I'm still picking Drickus and picking Kayla. What a funny world we live in. Holy shit. Yeah, not your fan. It's got to be DDP. Oh, yep. Sorry, I didn't know you were talking to. Yep. If you breathe the mold in, you might become a zombie. Maybe. I might get those mushrooms that spawn in my brain and force me to not think like myself anymore. If you guys ever see me one day become a NPC, yes, we must protect our greatest ally. Yes, support the troops. Yes. You know, I think Kayla Hallerson brings up some good points. If you ever see me become an NPC, you know the mushrooms got to me. The mold mushrooms. Can Kayla even have children? I mean, it's 2025, you know. They could put it in a box or something. You know, veto embryo or something. There's ways, you know. Big fat cricks and well done on the pipe. What is a meat pie? It's what it sounds like. It's pastry with meat inside of it. It's delicious. It's an Aussie staple. And Kenny says, I reckon I could fit my head into Gabby Garcia's cooter. I couldn't help myself after all that meat pie tour the other day. Got a classic Canadian tortillery pie. Sounds delicious, mate. I just farted. I could go for a Pena meat pie right about... Okay, Larry, that's disgusting. There used to be a meat pie place by my gym, but they closed 10 years ago, and now my gym closed. God damn, not the aim, bro. That sucks, dude. That sucks. Did you say Humshot? I did say Humshot. I did. I was tempted to get a lovely steak and ale pie. That sounds great, but I had to rep Canada. Fair enough, dude. Mold is the best base for MMA. True. Dougie, America is going to make Australia the 52nd state. What is your take? Depends which state. Depends what it's like. Are we going to be based off like Texas or Florida? What are we going to be like? Joe Rogan. Oh my God. Joe Rogan is joining. Joe Rogan is on the list. Joe Rogan is on the list. Joe Rogan says John Jones could take him down and ragdoll him on the ground. John Jones, he's a marauder. He'd get ragdolled on the ground. Ragdoll. What's up, Joe Hogan? Ragdolled on the ground. Unbelievable from John Jones. From Joe Rogan. I can't believe you guys can remember who Kayla fought and how she fought. She only had one. She's had two fights. Her first fight was against Kamala, the preacher's daughter at UFC 300. Looked dominant the entire time. Painful to watch Holly Holm go to WMMA, get treated that way by the UFC. And then her second fight was against an absolute nobody where she looked mid. As long as Blueprint's still picking John Jones, Tom Aspinall is a lot. True. Where is Blueprint? Blueprint, where are you? Checking in. Since fighters tend to be dumb people, MMA frequently doesn't play out logically. So it could be argued that illogical picks are in fact a logical pick. That's my excuse, Larry, for when I have cards where I go absolutely horrible. MMA doesn't make sense. And we sit here for hours trying to make sense of it. And at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense. No way he said that. I believe that he said that. It's just a large Aussie pie. Yep, I'm betting my entire frozen sperm bank on top. Get a roast beef sando. Be a man, dude. The be a man memes are so good. I hate it when I'm just trying to do a fairly simple, straightforward job and then I run into a bunch of mold to deal with. I agree, dude. It means I got to tear everything out and start again. Dougie, thoughts on the UK? R.I.P. Now, you know, am I right? R.I.P. You know, you gave us You're great. You gave us healthcare. You gave us roads. You gave us laws. You gave us the Magna Carta, the will of a free man. You gave us English. You gave us the organization, the great British Navy. You'll be remembered, Britain. You'll be remembered, but all good things must come to an end. R.I.P. John's ground game really isn't all that. He's always been more of a striker that can mix things up. I know, but this idea of like weight classes in wrestling suddenly don't matter. And John Jones, coming off a year of inactivity with a blown out pectoral, is going to wrestle Tom Aspinall, who's been doing jiu-jitsu since he was a child, down to the ground and ground and pound him. Sorry, ragdoll him. Unbelievable. Chris, we made the meat pie smaller and took credit for it, but stole Vegemite off the Kiwis and claimed that too. That's what we do. And Russell Crowe, not even Australian. Floating around the world. Did you see Kane is facing 20 years? Did you see Kane is facing 20 years for his sentence soon? That's horrible. We should all band together to free Velasquez. All English, buy some roast beef. This man is eulogizing the UK. It's over. It's over, bro. It's over, dude. UK has been bitches since the Romans mogged Boadicea. No, they bounced back after and the Romans didn't. They got shucked off. The Romans thought they were like evil spirits. The Romans couldn't believe what was going on that island. They thought it was haunted, mate. No, don't be talking like that, brother. Paddy Pimlet says Armin Sarukian should be next for the title fight. Armin deserves the title shot more than hand sanitizer boy. We covered that one. Fighting around the world. What is this? Pujitoma is someone's lock of the week. Die Hard Peaks London. Pujitoma is someone. I've seen this dude. This dude makes good picks. Are they setting Pujitoma up for an easy win? I've seen this guy on YouTube. Die Hard MMA podcast. Yeah, this guy's fucking hilarious. There's no way he's picking Pujitoma as his lock of the week. Good on you, brother. Bro's ride or die for the cause. Good on you, man. If you guys want some funny ass picks, this guy, I've seen one of his videos. This guy does funny. Die Hard Picks podcast. He does very funny videos. Well, the one I watched, I thoroughly enjoyed. But you don't forget a face like that. You never forget a face like that. You see that once and that gets burnt into your memory. Good on him, man. On you, Clint. Where was I? Why was I? Do you believe in the lighter man skill? Oh, God, yeah. Lucas is on to that one. Absolutely. Lighter man skill reigns supreme. Yep. Tom has the way better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and that double leg he shoots is basically unstoppable if you're a little man with skinny legs. Well, what you've done there is describe John Jones' skinny little legs. And yeah, Tom Aspinall is going to mog him. Trump better pardon Cain. He better invade wherever Cain Velasquez is. Is it Mexico or Brazil? Invade it. Free Cain. Give it back to them. Kenny says, I shit in my hand and I threw it at a lady at the bus stop and I only got 30 days. Oh, it's been confirmed. Kenny is not like us. John will be 40 pounds lighter than Tom by the time of the fight too. Tom cuts to 265. Yeah, it's insane to think that he gets ragdoll. Kane did nothing wrong. Kane legitimately did nothing wrong. No jokes. Kane did nothing wrong. Should have aimed better. But, heat of the moment. Oh my God, he shot at a PDF, and the father who raised the PDF... I know, no one's saying Kane did anything wrong. To be fair, Kane is fucking retarded, not just for tailing the car and firing when the dude was exiting the vehicle. To be fair, Kane is fucking retarded for not just tailing the... Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, heat of the moment. What Kane did was wrong. What Kane did wasn't wrong. The execution could have been better. And by execution, I do mean the literal execution of the PDF. But also executing the plan of executing the PDF could have been better. The Romans fucked off when they saw the Celts. Yep, and now there'll be no Celts left. Two generations left. All that Scottish history. 2 generations. 60 years and it'll all be gone. I'll have to take my dad's kilt and bury it underground because it'll be a treasure to show them the clan of the McDouglases. Dougie, do you enjoy your sideways hamburgers having some big meaty lettuce leaves? Do you enjoy or do you prefer the ones where you mainly just see the bun and everything else is tucked neatly inside? I like overflow. I'm a man that loves thickness and curves. I love a bit of overflow. I want to see the lettuce, the tomato, the cheese pouring out the side. I want to have napkins in my hand and fucking chewing into that burger and juice just squirting out of it. The only thing Kane is guilty of is shit aim and not covering his tracks. Exactly, Shamon. Should have taken him out to the desert. A lot of dingoes. Clint is horrible at picks. Some people say betting sites use him to shill bad picks. He is sponsored by one. Don't listen to everything I said. The dude's funny. Got a great smile. Charming character. Don't listen to him. Not the AM bro has actually listened to his picks. Apparently they're not good. Pujatoma will have the home field advantage in London. So did Molly McCann. So did she. Yeah, Kane had a massive CTE moment, but then again, we put ourselves in his shoes in that situation. You never know how you... Oh, yeah, you're not going to act with military precision when you're going through that, you know? Yeah. Kane lives in California. Oh, I thought he was in... I thought the court case was happening in Brazil or in Mexico. I thought it was happening somewhere else. I thought it was his siblings. I thought it was his daughter. Or maybe it was... No, yeah, it's actually... Maybe it was his sibling's daughter. Yeah, maybe it was his sibling's kid. Yeah. No, I think you're right on that one, Shamon. Sad stuff. One of my favorite fighters back in the day, but not more than JDS. Fair enough. Dougie, if you had to guess, would you guess I am 100 kilos or 200 kilos? 200 kilos. Puja and Benon is 100% a 50-50 fight. Either gotta pass or take the dog money with Puja. We've started getting too deep into WMMA. Larry, what you've done there is a proper breakdown. I'm going to read it for everyone else in the chat who likes to hear people's takes. Puja and Benon is 100% a 50-50 fight. Either gotta pass on it or take the dog money with Puja. But I don't like where we're going with this stream. Can we get back to talking about big juicy burgers or anything that Kenny wants to talk about? Because now we're starting to talk about WMMA, and that's just fucking unacceptable. That's fucking unacceptable. In fact, we're gonna have to end the stream. No, that's it. Larry brought up WMMA, and that's it. I'm ending the stream. That's it. It's over. That's it. You killed the vibe. Killed it dead. That's it. Goodbye. I'm kidding. It has been an hour though. I'll get on to Shamon's and then that'll be the last one. This will put a stain in his leg. Oh yeah, this will put a stain in. I don't think it will actually, Chris. I don't think this will put a stain in his legacy because MMA fans sort of get it. You know, you got to remember, like, is it going to put a stain in Cain Velasquez's legacy? Maybe, but who was his legacy to? Well, especially his era. Now, his era are the tap-out era, right? His era isn't the kind of era that's going to see Nina drum his tits and be like, boo! They're not a bunch of Gen Z. They don't mind men stuff. So seeing Cain Velasquez shoot at a PDF, I don't think it's going to stain his legacy at all, dude. I don't think it's going to stain his legacy at all. Dougie, if you had to guess what... We did that one. You just said free Kane. A cop car drove past me, synchronizing me, forgave me yet. To give the guns the bird. Never forget, flip him off. Split decision is probably a lock for that one, though. Fair enough, Larry. Fair enough. Again, talking about WMMA. Very tempting. No one should be betting on two-level WMMA fight. No one should even be talking about them. Respect. I love some big meaty lettuce leaves. They're fun to play with, nibble on, and they wrap you up nice and cozy. Meaty, cheesy turtleneck. Okay. I did ask for that, to be fair. People forget, man, WMMA was the only good part of... I did mention that in today's video. All fake MMA ends in a split decision, and UFC want the Indian girl to win, and London is full of a bunch of pajeets. They will all root for her. True. Scammer. Dougie has the thickness, most juiciest, voluptuous body. Wanker. I hate you all, by the way. And now we are at the end of the stream. Guys, thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for the likes. Just thank you for joining me. I appreciate it a lot. Especially, I went live and Guru was live, and you guys chose to be here and hang out with me. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. There'll be a video tomorrow. Leon KO's Brady. Maybe. Today I'm going to be... this week I'll be thinking about that pick a lot. Maybe. Raid the MMA Guru. Go, bloody give the MMA Guru some love, boys. Where are... No! Has everyone watched my video from today? Fuck it. Who cares? No one cares. Go watch the MMA Guru. If you want. Go raid the MMA Guru or not. Whatever. He's not even going to notice. Do what you want. Guru is too young. Guru is very young. But there's Guru. You guys know where he is. You know what to do. Tell him Dougie says hey. Tell him Dougie says stop stealing my time slot. Go back to the way you used to be, pig, when you were employed and had to work around your work schedule. All right, get off my fucking time zone, pig. And that's it. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. It's not about MMA, just about how commentary influences our perceptions. That's true. That is true. Guru is a young man. 6 months, Guru out of job. Yeah, the 6 months that he had a job, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Be a full-time YouTuber. Anyway, I'm out of here, boys. Have a good night. Thank you all for joining me so much. I appreciate all of you. If you haven't seen today's video, go watch it. It's funny. Like, it's a recap, but I think it's a funny recap. People have said that it's funny in the comments. So I think I did pretty well in that recap video. Weston, you don't have to watch Guru. If you can suggest anyone else that's live, I'm happy to raid them. But that's it. I'm out of here. Goodbye. I'm out of here. See you later. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. If you could leave a like on your way out, that'd be great. And yeah, I'll leave this one up. For anyone who listened to it, leave it a like as well. And see you guys later. Have a good night. Appreciate you all.